Hello everyone, welcome back. So, today we'll continue with the arithmetic progression part 2. Now, if you haven't watched the part 1, the basics of arithmetic progression, then I'm giving the link in the description box. So, please watch that part once and then come back here. Alright. Now, here in this session, today we are learning all about the sum of the AP. Alright. So, we can derive the formula of sum of nth term of AP as S is equals to n upon 2a plus n minus 1d. Now you remember A is the first term and D is the common difference. It is also given as A and nth term, okay, sum of A plus an into n upon 2. When the last term is given and the common difference is not given, then we can use this last formula, which is n upon 2 into a plus n. Alright, now let's solve some questions based on it. Here we have to find the number of terms, okay, where AP is given and their sum is given. Alright, so sum of nth term, okay, Sn is equals to n upon 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Alright. Now, here sum is 78. So, I'll put 78 equals n upon 2 into 2 times. Now, let's first of all write the first term is 24 and the common difference is minus 3. Correct? So, I'll put these values. So, 2 into 24 plus n minus 1 into minus 3. Now, on solving this, what do we get? 78 times 2, I am bringing 2 here, equals to n into 48 minus 3n plus 3. And on solving this, I'll get this as 156 equals n into 51 minus 3n. And again on solving this, we'll get a quadratic equation which is nothing but, let me write this, 51n minus 3n square, and bringing all terms on the left hand side, we'll get 3n square minus 51n plus 156 equals 0. Alright, I can divide all of them by 3, so I'll do it first. So what do we get? N square minus 17n plus 52 equals 0. Now you know how to find the solution for this, factoring the middle term. Okay, if you forget how to do that, we already have the video on our channel, so you can watch that. I am giving the link in the description box. So now let's do the factoring and find the value. So n square minus 13n minus 4n plus 52 equals 0, and grouping and split. So what will get? N minus 13 and minus 4 equals 0. So we'll get n equals to 13 or n equals 4. Now do you surprise why we get two values for n, the number of terms here? Any idea? Yes, some of might be correct. See, this means this AP is decreasing, okay. So when n equals to 4, it will stop after just 4 terms. And if you just think, see, 24, 21, 18 and the fourth term will be, if I subtract this. Now what is the sum of these 4 terms? If you find the sum, what do we get? Do we get 78? Yes, we'll get it, right? We'll get 78. Now, when I write this series, okay, I'll complete this AP, then I'll get some negative terms also, because if I'll write 13 terms, okay, then I'll get some negative terms, and then those negative and positive, the sum up to 78. So, this is how we'll get two values for n. Alright, I hope you understood this. You can justify your answer, right? Alright. Now, the first and the last terms of AP are given. So, A is equals to 34 and AN equals 700. Alright. If the common difference is 18, so D is also given. D equals to 18. How many terms are there? So, we have to find N and what their sum. Alright. So, we know that. What do we know? The sum. Okay. Sn is equals to N upon 2 into A plus An also I can say. But I don't know the value of N. So first of all we have to find the value of N. So do you remember the nth term of the AP? It is given as An is equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. Correct? We already learned this in part 1. Okay. So I have this nth term as 700. So I'll put this value. 700 equals 34 plus N minus 1 times 18. So it is 666 equals N minus 1 into 18. Okay. And when we simplify this, I'll get N minus 1 equals 37. This gives me N equals 38. So there are how many terms? 38 terms in AP. Alright. Now we got the value of N and then I can find the value of sum. So Sn is equals to, I'll put the values here. N equals to 38 upon 2 into 34 plus 700. And when I simplify them, I'll get this value as 19 into 7, 34. This gives me sum of N terms would be 13,946. So this is the value. Now very interesting question. So sum of 700 is to be paid to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. Okay. The cost of each prize is 20 less than the preceding prize. Okay. And we have to find the value of each prizes. Alright. So basically we have to find the terms of AP where there are how many terms? How many prizes are there? 7. So yes, there are 7 terms and their sum is 700. So first of all, let's list down all. So Sn is equals to 700, N equals to 7. Okay. Then this 20 is nothing but D. The common difference is D. It is 20, but see what they are saying, 20 less than the preceding price means what? It is decreasing every time. Okay. So D is minus 20. Now we are given these values and now we can find all the terms of the series. Alright. So for that we require the first term. So we'll substitute them everything in the formula. So Sn is equals to N upon 2, 2a plus N minus 1 into D. Now we have the values. So 700 equals N. N is equals to 7 upon 2. 2a, we don't know a. N is 7. So 7 minus 1, 6 into minus 20. Alright. Now on simplifying this, what do we get? 1400 equals 7 into 2a minus 120. Okay. Again I can divide by 7 first. So I'll get 200 equals to 2a minus 120 and I'll simplify them. So 2a equals to 320 and a is nothing but 160. So this is the first price. Okay. So first price equals 160 rupees. Right. And then we can write all all of them. So second will be 140, then 120. Tell me next, right? 100 and then 20 less, right? So 80. There are total 7 prices. So you'll get 60 and one more you'll get 40. So there are total 7 prices. If you add them, you should get 700. So these are the all 7 terms of this AP. I mean the prices which are given. Alright. Now sum of 3 consecutive terms of an AP are is 21 and sum of their squares is 165. And we have to find these terms. So whenever see these 3 consecutive terms, 5 consecutive terms are given, you have to take these terms as, so let the terms are A minus D, then A and A plus D. See why I have taken this way. So if I'll add them, I directly get the value of A. Okay. So that's super easy to solve then. Alright. So now their sum. Okay. Their sum is A minus D plus A plus A plus D. Okay. And this is given as 21. So this gives me 3A equals 21 and hence A equals 7. So this is the first term. Alright. Now once we have this value. Now what they are saying, sum of their squares is 165. That means A minus D whole square plus A square plus A plus D whole square equals 165. Now first of all, I'll simplify this, okay, by A plus A minus B identity and A plus B whole square identity. So what I'll get, the middle term of this and this will get cancelled out and I'll get 3A square minus plus 2D square, correct, which is equals to 165. Now we have the value of A, so I'll put it here, 3 into 7, A 7 square plus 2D square equals 165, and when I simplify this I'll get 147 plus 2D square equals 165, and let me solve it here. So 2D square equals, what do we get, 18, and D square equals to 9. So D equals to plus or minus 3. So now when D equals to 3, the terms are which are the terms? 7. Okay. We have to first A minus D na. So it is, how much is it? 7 minus 3, that gives you 4, then 7, and if you add 3 you will get 10. So these are 3 terms. Now when D equals minus 3, then the terms are you will get 10 and then you will get 7 and then you will get 4. So these are the one is the same thing but decreasing or increasing AP. Alright. I hope you understood this one also. Great. Now one more interesting question. So here 96 divided into 4 parts, okay, in AP, and the ratio between the product of their mean and their extremes are this given. Okay, now what does it mean? First of all, see, 4 terms are in AP. Okay, 4 parts means 4 terms. So whenever we talk about the even number of terms, I'll just take them as A minus D, A plus D. These are 2 middle term. Okay, then A minus 3D here and then A plus 3D. See, this is the trick you can use to write 4 consecutive terms. Alright. So these are the terms. So let the terms are. Okay. Let the terms. These are. Now what they are saying. the product of their means. Means means middle terms, okay, and extremes means this and terms. So their product. So I'll take that their product. So a minus d into a plus d, and here a minus 3d into a plus 3d equals, the ratio is 15 to 7. Now this is very familiar expression, right? A minus b, a plus b identity. Can we use that? Yes, we can. So now what do we get? On simplifying that, a square minus d square upon a square minus 9d square equals 15 upon 7. Now cross multiply them and simplify. Okay, now before that, what do we have? We have total is 96. So, okay. See, we have these two unknowns here, but we can find one of them. How? So, the sum of this 4 is what? 96. So, I can use that fact here, okay, to find the first term. So, what I can say, a minus 3d plus a minus d plus a plus d plus a plus 3d. This is equals to 96. Okay. And then on simplifying this, I'll get 4a equals 96. And I'll get a equals to how much? A equals to 96 divided by 4. That gives me 24, right? So, I have the value of a now, which I can use here to solve this. So 24 square, okay, I'll write 24 square minus d square upon 24 square minus 9d square equals 15 upon 7. Now you can't cancel this 24 square, okay, which is very common mistake. So don't do that ever. Now what do we get here? 576 minus d square upon 576 minus 9d square equals 55 upon 7. Now cross multiply and simplify them. So what do we get? 4032, okay, minus 7d square equals, when I multiply it by 15, I'll get 8640 minus 135d square. Don't forget to multiply this by also by 15, okay, and when you simplify, we'll get 128d square equals 4608, and d square equals, on simplifying this, I'll get 36. So the value of d is equals to plus or minus 6. Now again, okay, you remember we have two values and we can find the terms of AP just like the previous question. So now I'll directly write the answer, but you have to solve it your own. Okay, remember that. So when I take d equals to plus 6. So what are the terms here? A is 24. Okay, so A is 24, D is 6. So what do we get? A minus 3D. Okay, you have to multiply A with, D with 3. So 18, and 24 minus 18, that gives you 6. So you will get 6, and then again 24 minus 6. So you will get 18, correct? And then 30 and 42. And if you take D equals to minus 6, then what are the terms? The reverse order you have to think about, correct? So 42, 30, 18 and 6. I hope you understood this one. Perfect. Great. Alright. Now very interesting question. Okay. Two cars start together in the same direction from same place. The first car goes in uniform speed of 10 km per hour. Okay. Second car goes at a speed of 18 km per hour in first hour. Thereafter increasing the speed by 0.5 km per hour each succeeding hour. Okay. After how many hours will the two cars meet? Very interesting. Alright, let's understand that. See, the first car, okay, the first car is having the uniform speed, and the second car has the AP, okay, the speed is increasing in AP. So, we'll write this first. So, what I'll write the, let they meet in n hours, okay. Now, the distance traveled by first car, okay, which is equals to how much? Which is equals to speed into time. You learned that in physics. Now speed is 10 km per hour. So 10 into n. Okay. So 10 n kilometer. Now the distance traveled by the second car. Distance traveled by second car is how much? See, it is in AP. Okay. Arithmetic progression. So this is nothing but the sum of n hours. Alright. So how much is it? You already learned that it is n upon 2 into 2a. I'll just write the formula first and then we'll write the values, okay, into d. Now let's substitute the values. So see, the distance traveled by first and second car is same, okay. So I'll just substitute this Sn as 10n. Remember that. See, the distance is same for both cars, alright, because they are meeting at one point. Now this is 10n upon n, n upon 2. Now initially the speed was 8 kilometers. So 2 times 8 plus n minus 1, and then speed increasing, okay, increasing by 0.5. So d is 0.5. Do you understand this one? Right? Okay. Now it is very easy to solve that. So what I'll get? I'll take two other side and n getting cancelled out. So 20 is equals to 16 plus 0.5 n minus 0.5. And now on simplifying this, okay, what do I get? 0.5 n equals 4.5, and then n equals to 9. So they both car meet in 9 hours. So they meet in 9 hours. Right? Understood this question? Great, great. Alright. Now here I am giving some practice questions. Okay? Solve them. If you have any doubt, write in the comment. I'll get back to you soon. And practices. See, this is very easy chapter. So you can score out of marks doing this practice. Alright. Thank you for watching.